So firstly, tell me, how did it go for you with the homework assignment?
Good. Good. Yeah.
Good.
I did all 10 sentences.
Awesome.
I need
We're
a
gonna go
lot
over
more
them in a
work.
minute.
Pardon me?
Okay. We will go over your homework sentences in a minute. But
In a
before
minute?
that,
Oh,
I want you to take away three key elements out of this whole subject we worked on. If the sentence starts with a mate knows, what does that mean? What does that tell you?
It's going to be
who's
about
receiving the
those.
action?
Yes, they're receiving
Okay,
the
so
action.
say that, Sharon, please.
It's about them receiving the action.
Perfect. Wally, what did you say?
I said who it's identifies who's receiving the action.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm recording this and I'm gonna put it in words, and I actually want you to write it down. After the lesson, like write it down on a new page with a large frame. The sentence opens with mate knows pronoun. It's gonna immediately be followed by a conjugated verb. It's telling you who's doing the action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That is the most important thing. This whole subject is gonna work like this across all time tenses. Next, if you see a mate pronoun immediately followed by a low object, it's the exact same thing, only now we have an object passing between two people. I'll leave your sunglasses on the table, I'll leave the keys on the desk, I'll leave blah, blah. Understood?
Yes.
Wally, 100%, are you sure?
110%.
Okay, again, my point at if you see a may plus a low, don't get thrown off your game. It's the exact same thing, only now it's not I'll call you, it's I'm gonna drop off an object for you. Agreed?
Read.
Awesome, that's it.
D.
That's it, that's the key element of this topic.
So I was listening, as you suggested, to telenovela, and I was trying to extract the pronouns because I thought it would be very common. It was surprisingly uncommon. Yeah, it was in this. So then I watched a couple of cooking shows, and I'm thinking, oh, papa relleno, I got to make that. But I can't source all the ingredients just yet. So, but yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot of pronoun stuff happening.
Okay, talking about cooking show, you just watched a cooking show. I typed in a sentence to the chat.
Yes.
Imagine the cooking lady is doing the video telling you how to make the recipe and she says this. Yeah. What is she saying? What does that mean?
Lavasa.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to say, you're going to put it.
Perfect. You're going to put it. That's it. That's the most important thing. Very good.
Man, I'm going for gold star today.
Yeah, Wally. Awesome.
Okay, what else, Wally?
Well, I did the sentences. You want to hear them?
Right. Before you read them, Sharon, did you do anything more, anything else than sentences?
I did. I did a few of the just kind of reviewed the irregulars for the he, she, it person. And I started, remember we were talking about a spreadsheet, and I did start to see if I could color code, like I have all my my verb cheat sheet. It's all color coded as to solo interactions with two people, objects, irregulars, and then I highlight them. So it's easy to see. So I started a spreadsheet that I could highlight so I could just quickly look at it if I needed to. I don't know if it's helpful, but I'm reviewing, so
helpful for the homework. I mean, because in real life, it doesn't really matter. You'll know what the action, you know what you're talking about in the conversation. It doesn't matter if it's highlighted or not. But it's like for the purpose of working on it, it's fantastic. As we move on to past tenses, you'll have the verb endings for the past tense, right? So that's going to be helpful. But the whole thing in a nutshell, it's talking about interactions. The verb tells you who's doing it. I may
Yes.
say receiving it. If it's a double whammy, well, that's easy to verify. We learned. If it's got a low, it's easy to verify. We learned that too. That's it.
Yeah, I sent us,
It's
I was listening to the recording and laughing because I couldn't get that one sentence. It was too funny. So, but I did do the sentences and I tried to do them literal translation to see if it made any sense. So it still need a lot more work.
Okay,
That's
so
what
Wally, you're gonna start reading us your sentences, and after you've done reading us everything you've done, then we're gonna move on to Sharon. Okay, go.
okay. So number one was como te voy a explicar? How I'm
Very
going
good.
to explain to you.
Actually, let Sharon. You know what? No,
Translate?
it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Keep
Well,
going. Keep going.
she likes watching the recording so she can understand it. So we could let her translate.
If you feel
And
up
then
for it, I don't want to overwhelm you all.
Oh, well, Sharon, what do you want to do? You want to no te puedo explicar?
Do you want it in, say, I can't explain to you, or
Yeah.
you?
That was perfect.
Oh,
That's
okay.
perfect.
Okay. 3. Pero te voy a explicar.
But I'm going to explain to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good. I thought I was having a head shake there.
So, and then the next one is no te vamos a me acordes porque vamos a Guadalajara. I made that up because I was reading my English. It was too long to write in my one sentence. So, what did you make out of that one?
Wait. Read that again slowly. No te vamos a, and then what?
No te vamos a ver miércoles porque nos vamos a Guadalajara.
If you're not going to use that sentence at least once in your first month in Mexico, I'm charging you double. Beware.
Well, did I get it right?
Yeah, it's a fantastic. It's 100%
Because
correct.
I like I'm reading the English and I'm speaking it in Spanish.
It's perfect, Wally.
Oh,
Man,
excellent.
look at that gold star shining brighter.
Excellent, Wally. Oh, okay. We are not going to see you on Wednesday because we are going to Guadalajara.
See.
Yes. Yeah,
See?
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, number 5. Cuando te lo van a dar?
Excuse me.
When are they going to give it to you?
Mm-hmm. Cuando nos puedes avisar?
When can you let us know?
Fantastic. Oh my gosh.
You've translated these already, aren't you? Haven't you?
Yeah, I thought I was supposed to.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, I know, but I did it literal also, so I have to kind of
I
think.
see. Okay. ¿Cómo te lo puedo mandar?
How can I send it to you?
Good. ¿Cuándo te podemos ver?
When can we see you? When
Just
can we see you?
look at us go, man. Wow. You get a gold star too.
I'm reading my note. Sorry, Wally. Oh, this one, yes. Okay. Who said this to you? I had a little bit of thoughts about this one.
I had a hiccup with this one twice. So who did I say to you?
What? No. Who's doing the action? Look at the verb. It's an irregular verb and it's a he, she, it verb. So
Yeah, it's dijo.
who's doing the action?
I.
No,
Dijo?
no, it's not an I. No, it's not
It's
an
not
I.
a-
It's not an I person doing the action. It's an irregular in the he, she, it form.
Oh, okay. So my first attempt was right then. I said she.
Yeah, very good. And what is the verb? What is the action?
Tell, to say, to tell.
Yes, perfect. You got that right.
I know. I had to look it up though.
That's fine. It's in one of your notes from like 3 weeks ago, almost 4. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that
So-
sentence say?
Who did she say to you?
It's literally who told you that.
Oh.
It's how we say in Spanish. Who told you that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who
And
told-
look at the who person, like even in English, it's assumed the who is not an I, the who is not a we. You don't know who the who is, so it's
It's an
either
owl.
he or a she, right?
It's an owl that's going who. Sorry.
That's okay. Who
Um,
told you that?
okay, who told you that?
Or this or whatever. You know that. There
Okay.
you go.
Number 10. What was number 10? I didn't write that down. What are you going to make?
Hmm.
Que
That's perfect.
te vas a hacer? Right? What are you
Whenever
going
your
to?
spouse is cooking, you can tell them that. What are you gonna make?
Yeah.
Well, you get 100% on that exercise. I like that a lot. Well done.
Yeah. I'm just like, I get a free reservation today.
Sure, sure. Keep that. Yeah, how about you too, buddy?
Okay.
It's so funny. Some days you just got that smooth sailing, and other days every word is a roadblock.
I don't know. We're only 15 minutes in or something. I'd be careful.
It's just how it goes, though. Like it just, I would live here fully immersed. Been living here for 2 years. There would be weeks when I get 0 new words, and then other weeks it would be 2 or 3. So it's just the process.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you like well done.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Okay, now it's Sharon's turn.
Oh, same ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
¿Cómo te voy a explicar? Just read them? Because we
Yeah, just read the
translated already.
Spanish. Yeah, just read the Spanish.
No te puedo explicar, pero te voy a explicar. No te vamos a ver en miércoles porque nos vamos a Guadalajara. ¿Cuándo te lo van a dar? ¿Cuándo nos puedes avisar?
Yeah, perfect.
¿Cómo te lo puedo mandar?
Very good.
¿Cuándo te podemos ver? ¿Quién te dijo esto?
Perfect.
¿Qué te vas a hacer?
Okay,
That's it.
¿Quién te dijo esto? It's your mission to use it in your first month in San Felipe. You have to use it.
Which one?
She has to use who told you that the first month she comes here.
I can hardly wait to get back there.
It's so hot though. It's like 92 degrees right now. You know, everybody's talking about it. So being hot and humid.
Well, we're freezing.
I know I'm cold. I feel like I need the furnace on.
We have ours on in our house. It's crazy.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
I can tell you, my friend is in Calgary right now, and there's like blue skies, sunshine. Everybody's wearing shorts, laying in the sun.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Then you guys got like cheated out of your summer.
We live in the rainforest. It is beautiful here. Oh my gosh, the island is just beautiful. Very green and lush, really
Yeah,
nice.
that's because we've had so much rain and no summer though.
Yeah, that would be the reason.
But usually it's brown.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I was so happy I didn't have to cut the lawn anymore, but now it's starting to grow again. Anyway,
Okay, so we're gonna leave this particular topic at that. You know how to say future tense. I'm gonna do an action to you. You can, if you have a board that you want a repetition, rotate through all the list of verbs, all the persons. You got 5 persons, 72 verbs, 5 past tenses. You can make so many combinations.
Okay.
Okay. Essentially, we just took your vocabulary, we expanded it infinitely. All the stuff you know how to say. Then you can add a comma and say, no te puedo ver en miércoles porque estoy en Guadalajara. Or estoy trabajando. So you add estoy estás. Then you can add a circle. So we just took all your vocabulary that you've learned until now and just essentially like double it, quadruple it, however you want to call it. You've got huge vocabulary now. Okay?
no, I disagree. We do, but like I've got to find all these words in here somewhere. And
You have them at your fingertips.
Mhm.
You need to like input them to the big library in your head and like remember the pathways, like where do you go to take what word. You can sit here with me 3 more years and I'll hold your hand and we walk together. I think it's more efficient if you do it yourself every time.
Well, I looked at Sharon's comment about her. What's the word? The word we're not supposed to be using. Struggle.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking to myself, más práctica.
100%. People
So,
who live here and travel here within a year of like literally being on the bus, traveling from place to place, doing things all the time, not in your AC car, not in Costco and Mega, like just really on the ground. Within 1 year, they speak like you wouldn't believe.
really?
Yeah, really. That means you're on public transport or with the Ubers, you're just a lot more out and about than your current lifestyle is, which is fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
You're retired, you live in a certain area, but doing all this running around, if you're traveling and stuff, yeah.
I agree because in San Felipe, I'm at the El Dorado Ranch, and nobody, as I said before, has real desire to speak Spanish, so they stick with English. So that's why I go out and try and interact with somebody that speaks Spanish so that I can practice. But I can see if you went in every day and did that, it would make a difference.
Well, he rides bicycle and there's big biking groups here. It's a really popular sport. Lots of Mexicans do it.
Mhm.
It's not a problem to find, typically educated people like middle class, so they'll speak good English or even if they don't.
That's why I went to the dog rescue. All the staff is Mexican, and they speak very little English. So it's a good challenge just to go walk the dog and just ask basic questions. So I don't know if they're
And then you
ready
sit
for
with
me
them,
yet.
have coffee. They always talk about their family, their kids, and it just goes on and on from there. And
As long as I have a paper or something on my phone that says this is the direction of the conversation, it's a little easier. I don't think I could just walk in there and listen and not be deer in the headlights.
not right now, but imagine if you walk in here once a week after 4 months.
Mhm.
How well are you going to handle after 4 months?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I could hardly wait to get down there and get my Spanish working with the Mexicans.
Okay, so sorry, go ahead, Boy, please.
Well, so I was doing the telenovela, and trying, you know, like actually watching the show. But last night, what I did, I started reading my English book, right? Because I have a book that I'm reading, and I just put my earbuds in and I was listening to the Spanish, and it was surprising, like all the words that I was recognizing while I'm reading an English story. Like that.
Oh, good.
Like, so that was, I found that interesting. So I need to do that more, because I mean, there's tons of words I don't know, right? They're not in my vocabulary at all. But a lot of the stuff that we've learned, right? Just having it, like you say, in the background, I thought I was going to take one more step and I was going to really focus and work hard at this. But then I was surprised that in the background, listening to it, like, I don't know how many times I heard the word quiero, like I want. I mean, it's a bit of a soap opera, so I don't know what exactly they wanted, but you know, I had to manage my mind a little bit.
That is exactly what I say frequently. Do not concentrate, focus, and put an effort on it. You gotta step back, zoom out a little, then it really, you notice how much you know. If this is not called becoming bilingual, I don't know what is. I'm reading my English book and all of a sudden I understand all the Spanish words in the background.
Right?
Look at you, you old goat. You have an achievement.
Yeah. Another win. 2 gold stars.
You're on a roll today, Wally.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to do today and next on Wednesday is quickly go over again the verb endings for the present tense plus the irregulars. And then we're going to basically be done with this and move on to the other structure and then past tenses, etc.
Okay, so while we're on that subject, Wednesday, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to be here. I will find out a little bit later.
Okay.
But there's a possibility that I have to go into a meeting early, and that may mean that I won't be able to be here.
Do you guys maybe want to do it tomorrow instead of Wednesday?
No, tomorrow's not going to work. I already got an appointment. Like, I think I'll just do Thursday instead. So I don't know. Yeah, there's a possibility I can be here for like 45 minutes, but I won't know till later. I definitely.
Okay, yeah. Let us know if you're here. We'll start with you and make sure you get your practice in before you go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So did you have any questions? We finished off last week with the he, she, he person, irregular verb endings. And then right before I gave you all those. So any questions on that or anything like that? Okay, it's just kind of for the record. There's such unique, funky words. You have no way of tracking back dijo to this year. So that's why I'm teaching you those things. And you got the notes and everything.
I had to look it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I did exactly what you said. I look at dijo and I'm thinking, dihar. Didn't exist. Oh, there it is. It's an irregular.
Yay. There's a shorter list. Let's do you have the note. This note is titled The Anomalies in the Present Tense for the I person. And that's literally all that's in the note. It's kind of a short thing. There's a few more, but we can definitely leave them. Okay, well, let's go over them for the record. I'll email you both those things. For the record, you do not need to remember all of it. You're going to have a note, file it someplace you can access it. And you can maybe highlight the words you're likely to use. Let's say Wally and I want want to go to lunch. I don't know, spontaneously, right? We met biking and then I'm like, hey, let's go to lunch. I'm like, okay, sure. And then I'm shoot, no, I don't have enough money, or I didn't bring my bank card or whatever. No traigo dinero, or no traigo my bank card. What is traigo? Traigo
Right.
is traer. I bring, like right now. No traigo. Actually, this is how Mexican says. You say I don't have my keys. No traigo mis llaves. Just say traigo. I understand it's too much. So we're just gonna go over the list, have you say that for the record. So there are two different notes on the screen. Let's start with the short one. Sharon, why don't you read the irregulars, please?
Sorry. From the top, salgo,
Yep.
hago, doy, conosco.
Almost.
Hung-
Conozco. Yes.
Conosco, pongo, trago, vengo,
Huh?
traduzco,
Traduzco, very good.
oigo,
Now, how do you say I don't know him? This is the no word opens the sentence, the him pronoun opens it, and the conozco word. So
no. Oh, I don't know.
What's the word for him?
it's all literally just there. Like, this is the structure we're doing with the word we're doing. I don't like. Probably I did not explain myself well.
So it's the me conozco.
Me conozco means I know, but it does not mean him or her I don't know. So try again.
No te conozco.
There refers to the you person. Replace it with a he, she pronoun.
Oh.
Excuse me.
The he, she pronoun.
I want you to remember the pronouns from the top of your head. Like, that's why you be a deer in the headlight. If you don't remember the voya perfectly, the estoy perfect, you gotta, like, that's the thing you need to memorize.
Yeah, so the pronoun is that's not the no.
May refers for I, te refers to you. What is the third one on that list?
Oh, lay. Thank you. I need the numbers.
You know what? Why don't you like take a little piece of paper on your trailer? Him equals lay, may equals I. Like, again, but the same cascading order. So next time I give you a prompt, like what's the third, what's the fourth, and then just look at it a little bit.
So it would say no conozco.
You need the lay in there.
No le conozco.
100%. That's exactly right. And it's literally the one and only way to say I don't know him or her. Okay, now I don't know it, right? What pronoun do you need to use for the it?
No lay. No
It.
no lay.
What's the it pronoun?
Oh, no lo. No lo
Yes.
conozco. No lo
Yes.
conozco.
How do you say I don't know them?
No las conozco.
That is exactly right. Okay, that is the next sentence you need to use in your San Felipe first month. 100%.
So the him and her is kind of, I just had a blank.
And that happens. A blank
Yeah.
is like, a blank is nothing, you know what I mean? Your car like occasionally has things, but it doesn't mean it's not a good car. Okay.
Oh boy, I don't remember in my life of ever having been compared to a car.
Okay, blank is no big deal. Really good. Okay, so actually I wanted you to read the list of verbs that's above it. There's like right under the trophy I put for Wally, there's a short list. Can you read that?
Okay. Huelo.
Yeah.
Oigo. Doy.
Yeah.
Vengo. Pongo. Hago. Doy.
Okay. I want you to give me sorry sentences with starting with a no, and just tell me I don't smell anything. It's literally a three-word sentence. You don't even need a pronoun. You're just gonna say I don't smell anything.
Huelo. Huelo. Anything. No huelo.
No huelo nada.
Nada.
Make
Thank you.
sense? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me I don't hear anything.
No oigo nada.
Fantastic. You can write down those sentences if that's something you're likely. All right. Tell me I'm not gonna give you anything.
No doy nada.
Okay. Next. I'm not coming on Wednesday.
No pongo in Wednesday. Miraculu.
Miraculous. Like
Miraculous.
miracles? It's kind of like miracles, but miraculous.
No pongo miraculous.
Okay, you actually used pongo, which is to put. You need to use the one above it. You
so I vengo. No vengo en careless. That's going to be a practice one. Careless.
Okay. Awesome.
Just where I'm not sure which list you're on. I'm losing it here.
Right underneath your trophy, there's a really short list.
Right.
It's over there. That's the one we're using.
Like, so the short list, eight of them.
What?
The short list.
The short list, yeah, right underneath your trophy and before the anomalies in present tense conjugated verbs.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I actually emailed you guys. I have like 4 different notes from like all the students and all those different times I worked on it. I emailed you all. You can use the short version. You can, I mean, I want you to print and file all of them. One day you'll need them, but you can just highlight the ones, extract the ones that are more common, like I don't hear and I don't smell and I don't see, right? And I'm not coming. Those are really common. But I did email you like a whole bunch of info for the record.
Okay.
Hi. Okay, now Sharon, tell me I'm not doing anything.
I
don't do anything, basically.
No hago nada.
There you go. Very good. And this is the use of those irregulars. Okay.
It's pretty straightforward. I guess most of it's just a memorizing. And
I don't want you to memorize them because lay is way more important, will serve you so much better. Do not memorize those before you know all the important stuff.
Work the pronouns.
Yeah, the pronouns,
Yeah.
the estoy, the voy, the circles, right? This is nice to know. Again, as I said, we are only going over them right now in class because they are irregular. You cannot trace them back to the original verb. If I had not told you, you would never figure it out. So this is what we'll go over it. And of course, as you can see, some of them are so frequent, we need to use them.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, Volley, you read the anomalies in present tense. Read the first bunch of.
To me? I missed that. What did you say?
Okay. Right underneath, there's another note, the anomalies in the present tense.
Right.
And so read that little group of verbs that is in the beginning.
Oh, the ones that aren't in the list? Okay. Salgo, hago, doy, conozco, pongo, traigo, vengo, traduzco, oigo.
Okay, this short list, okay, as you can see, some verbs are on the list above, some are added.
Mm-hmm.
This list was essentially started as an exercise to one of my past clients, and I'm like, why don't you take this verb and then, figure out who's doing it? And they couldn't, so I actually broke it down, and there's a long list below it that's breaking it down, who's doing what. Okay, all of it is the I persons. Okay, so read that loud, only the Spanish, please.
The longer list now?
Yeah, notice that it's longer because I put the English translation. That's why it's longer.
Okay. Salgo, hago, digo, doy, conozco, pongo, traigo, vengo, traduzco, oigo, oigas, oigo, oiga, oemos.
Okay, hang on, stop there.
Oh.
So it's long. There's a long list because I actually took the short list while you read and put the equal sign, what it means in English, and an example. That's how it became so long. So it's
right.
just the same thing. Okay. And then, so now read the bottom part. Oigas, oiga.
Oigas, oiga, oimus, oin.
Awesome. These are the verbs to hear in the present tense done by all the people. Can you just tell me who's doing it? Remember, we always keep the same cascading order, so you could just guess it out.
Okay, so oigas would be we.
No.
What?
No.
Oigas would be you.
Yes, perfect. Yes, perfect.
Oiga would be I.
No.
They, he, she, it.
Quickly make up your mind. What?
Yeah, he, she, it.
Yes, that's right.
Oiga. He, she, it. Oimus. We. Oyen. They. You all.
Okay.
Right?
Let me, okay, this is the cascading order I've been talking about.
Yeah.
Everything we learn follows this order.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it. Okay?
Right.
Good work. Okay. This is it. This is the irregular verbs for the he, she, it. And then there is the, remember, these are the anomalies, right? But the verb endings for the present tense are, I'll put them in a minute. Give me a sec, I'll find them. Verb endings in the present tense is this. You have that note at least 3 times already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are the normal verbs. All the other stuff will end with this, right? So
Right.
there you go.
Normal
That's
is good.
That's it. Yeah. Again, verb endings are a really big subject in Spanish. And so that plus the irregulars plus the pronouns, that's like why we spend so much time on the subject.
Okay, so I know you suggested that we should make up our own sentences to try and like expand our brain power around this subject, but is there anywhere we can go to, like, you know, the sentences you gave us to translate?
No, I've looked a lot, like over the years, and I keep looking all the time. A lot of like the textbooks, like, you know, I have a video from him like a few years ago on my Facebook that I put. One of my past clients, she actually moved to Cyprus because her daughter is in Cyprus. They're from California. She left Bucerias, she moved to Cyprus for her daughter. And so she gave me this really big box, like a big plastic box full of Spanish books. So it's all the stuff she bought, like trying to learn Spanish over the years and secondhand stores and stuff. It was incredible. Like I have a video of like showing you like how many books are in that plastic box, and none of it has helped her. The problem with those, like they have this really outdated method of teaching. I'm not sure why they do it the way they do, but they'll give you all kinds of really irrelevant examples. Like the kid is playing with his books and my crayons and the butterflies, and he's like, nobody says that in the real life. Like, I want something to use tonight at dinner, like with my neighbor tomorrow. None of it is practical. So that's why I said, you guys, I don't want you to like, if you don't remember the things I told you to memorize, don't even spend time on it. Firstly, memorize what you need. That's going to help you 10 times more. This stuff comes with time because there's a lot. There's really a lot. So there's no way to like squish it into your brains. So that's just the time element of it. But you, again, and the more you use it, like this, we spend a week on, you know, 2, maybe 3 sentences. But when you talk, anything you tell me like is past, present, future, all of it together. So it does come along. You just spend a lot of time learning individual elements. Here's an example, Wally. Let's say, again, me and Wally met up bicycling around. We end up next to the Starbucks. I'm asking Wally, this is what Wally tells me. What just happened?
Can you give me 100 pesos?
Oh, I just have to step away for 1 sec.
Yeah.
Hi. What does mi cartera means?
Hi. Oh, mi cartera? My card.
Almost. My wallet. Cartera is wallet.
Okay. I don't have my wallet. I didn't bring
There
my
you go.
wallet.
Yeah, that's exactly right. My wallet.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, Wally got it right. So Wally got it right. So you, Sharon, like, tell me what is going on here.
Can you? Oh, do you want me to say in Spanish or English?
Translate it, yes.
Okay. Can you give me 100 pesos? $100?
Yes. Pesos.
And then no, I have my card, my wallet.
Okay, I don't have. No traigo is.
Oh no, I
don't.
No, I don't have my wallet.
There you go. Okay. If you wanted to make sentences to practice, Wally, this is an example. Like, what can you do? One of them is a regular verb. One of them is an irregular verb. Excuse the cat. And the cat is going to get some attention today.
So I just I had a YouTube thing, I listened to music on YouTube and one came up about learning English. So I clicked on it to see how do people learn English, and it was fairly confusing. She was saying you're learning thank you interaction, and it would be someone says thank you, you can say you're welcome. You can say, you're very welcome. It was my pleasure. You can say, no, thank you. And it was,
Oh my
I said,
gosh.
yeah. And that was the how they're teaching English to say, to like 100 different responses in one. Like, I only watched it for 5 minutes.
And then you bring like a 56-year-old woman and you're like, yeah, why don't you try to remember that? And that's just the thank you, like forget the rest.
So I felt a lot better after I went back to the music. That's where, oh, it came up when I was listening to the Spanish song.
You haven't memorized yet?
No, I've been putting it on in the background.
That's right.
I sometimes get distracted.
I have a Mexican radio station in my satellite radio in my vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Transports me back to my life in Mexico.
I know it's getting to that time of year where we want to get back.
Yeah, well, normally it wouldn't be, but it's so miserable. Like
Mhm.
this is like October weather. It's
Mhm.
insane. Global warming,
It has been like a cool year. Even in Israel, like the temperatures,
Mhm.
it is like 2 to 5 temperatures less in summer days than what it used to be. So
Hmm.
I think global warming went on vacation this year. Not around.
Yeah.
It's because Canada stopped doing plastic straws.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe everything they've been doing is working, so now it's kind of recited.
Okay, well, if you believe that, I could more Spanish words to tell you that it fits now.
Can't even get a bag in the store here. Like, you gotta carry your stuff out. Stuff drops. No bags. Just frustrating. But just I
Oh,
didn't want
I'm
to.
gonna give you something that is amazing.
From
Those
both?
little, I'll send it to you later. I don't want to waste time on it, but it's an amazing. It's like this small, weighs like 5 grams, and you open it up, and it's a full-on bag, and you can put it. I use it all the time for beach and stuff. But if you can take it for shopping, and it's like this small, so you can have it in your purse.
Oh, that's perfect. Because forgetting them is the worst part. Oh, they're in the car. I'm talking too much. They're under my arm. It's just silly. But just to go back to those sentences, Judith, so it would be good practice just to ask the question and then use the irregular as a response. So short question.
Use any of them. Like don't
Mhm.
pay attention. Use them all. The irregulars would naturally come up.
Mhm.
You know.
I think that's where when we were making up our sentences, it was hard to make some because we didn't have this piece of the puzzle yet.
Yeah. Before, yeah. Okay.
So
Okay. All right. So those were I person verb endings, he she verb endings. Now let's again. This is like a really quick repetition and all this stuff because we've been through it. So I just kind of want to go over it for the record one more time. The I, the you person is the simplest one. Like seriously, you person has the lowest amount of irregulars. Pretty much, if you need like das, get rid of the s, put in an r, you get a dar. That is one of my favorite verbs to teach. It's so simple. Okay, so take a minute to read this one. The most important one is tener, because tener is like, no tienes tiempo en sábado? What did I just ask you? No tienes tiempo en sábado?
You don't have time on Saturday?
Fantastic. Look at the unbilingual person here sitting with us. Okay, remember if I give you two options for verbs, vengas o vienes, duermes, duermas, if I give you two options, is because by the book, technically there are two time tenses. And so one is more frequent than the other. Anytime you see two options, pick the one that's easier for you to say and remember, stick to that. The part of decoding which one of the, like, double everything you're gonna get eventually comes way later at the end of year 4 or 5. That's when it really naturally makes sense to you, and then da 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 da. Like, imagining me giving you everything I gave you, but double now. You would never remember it. So.
Well, you've given us a ton of stuff just in this last hour. This is like, whoa.
It's a repetition. We've been doing that. Like, we started that 2 months ago.
No, I get that. But with the irregulars, I mean, that's new. So we did irregulars in I, and now we're doing irregulars in you. Anyway.
Okay, so if you wanted to write sentences, this is what I suggest. So I suggest you take up your notebook, right? Again, I think I've suggested before, buy a smaller notebook or a different one and title it like useful vocabulary and useful phrases. In it, write down sentences that are super common with irregulars. No tienes tiempo en sábado, that's like. Or no oigo, right? Like, just take the ones that are like, right? And just write them. Title it irregulars, right? Then if you wanted to make sentences with common ones, you could do that. No veo, I don't see you. No te veo, I don't see you. How many times you were in some, crowded place, trying to find your friend, you're both on the phone, you see her, she doesn't see you in the crowd, and you kind of talk about it, you figure it out. Or you're in the supermarket getting instructions what to buy and talk about that. So you can make, like, with your vocabulary, make your list of useful sentences. That's going to be a very important thing you can do to assist yourselves to, like, just jump to the next level. Right? So again, you got house improvements going on. I don't know what you're going to do in San Felipe. I don't know, buy more home appliances or whatever. Use on that. Wally, whatever you're going to do in Mexico. Maybe you need to do some home remodeling. You do that. We can always work on it on class. Just don't want to, like, take too much time and, like, stretch it out longer than it needs to be. So you just let me.
No, but this is like, I feel like I'm at the edge of a cliff right now. Like, I have common sentences, but I don't know what common sentences in Spanish are, right?
No, in every language.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Look at veneer. Veneer is to come, and vienes is you come, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you ask me? You're not coming to the party on Saturday? You're not coming to the party? How would you ask me?
No vienes la fiesta?
Perfect. And then you're not coming to any occasion or location you need. That's how you say it. Right?
So
sorry, go ahead.
So, while we're in the thick of it right now, it seems like, okay, so, I can do this, but an hour from now, even not today, an hour after the lesson, it will, like, try to, the recall for an old goat isn't all that good. So,
no problem. We can do
doing
this.
it, like, I would like another lesson doing this.
Okay.
Instead of, like, trying to muddle through, like, I will try to make some common sentences, but for me to, I don't know, it just seems like a lot.
And it seems I understand you. Let me repeat back to you what you said, and you'll tell me if I got you right. I didn't want to take time, like, dedicate a whole lesson to make example sentences.
No.
Because there's so many. Like anything we can think about in an hour, tomorrow in 3 days we can make up something new, because this is really what we say during the whole year. Are you coming?
Right.
You're not coming. When are you coming? How come you're not? When can you come? How come you're
Right.
late? Like,
Right.
there's infinite possibilities.
Right.
So, I don't want to, like, I'm the gospel from Sinai and here's the list, and then there's going to be a huger list later on.
Right.
And then I didn't want to, like, take time out of a lesson to do something I think you guys can do as yourselves for fun and practice on your own time, on your own time.
Mhm.
But I'm happy to do it if you feel you want to and it's helpful in class, no problems. With that said, if, like, that's acceptable, by all means, let's work on that on Thursday or even on Wednesday if you can come on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Is that good?
I would like that, but Sharon, I'm not sure what you think.
I'm open to any practice that we want to do.
So I will only repeat that please buy a notebook that maybe is, like, not as large, just a smaller thing. Kids go back to school. There's lots of staple and stationery stuff now. Buy that, and that's going to be vocabulary notebook. I want the end goal is you're going to flip through it. You're like, holy cow, I can say all this.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
Chloe? Definitely separate notebook. Okay, no worries.
Okay. My gold star has lost some of its shine at the end of this lesson.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, Wally, you know what? I have a good example for you. Listen to this. You know all those, like, stars NASA keeps discovering with the telescope, and it
Yeah.
shows us nice pictures of? But with the telescope, it doesn't shine as much because we're far away.
Yeah.
The closer you get to it, the shine is actually, like, enormous.
Uh-huh.
So you didn't lose your shine. We just zoomed out of that particular part of the atmosphere, and now you're like, oh, I lost my star.
Okay. You know what? Let's just say I've just become the Big Dipper. Oh,
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll see you on Wednesday then. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you on
Thank you.
Wednesday.
See you
Adios.
Wednesday. Bye.